I built that house with my own hands, brick by brick. But today, my wife's family is standing on my porch, pounding on my door like they own it. They thought they could humiliate me. They thought I would stay silent. But silence was my weapon. I sat in my car, engine off, windows down, and I watched, across the street, my house. The house I built, the house I paid for, the house I bled for. And now? They were pounding on my front door. Loud, entitled, confused. Behind them, a valet, struggling to park all those luxury cars. A whole parade of imported vehicles blocking my driveway. Music was blasting from a rented sound system, one they didn't even pay for. I saw one of the guests step out, laughing, lighting a cigar, standing right next to the fountain I designed with my own hands. And I kept watching, like you watch a fire burn down something you once loved. That house. I didn't just buy it. I built it. With my time, with my hands, with my heart. I sanded those floors myself. When the contractors messed up, I fixed it. I found the architect. I signed the checks. I said, "This will be our home." But now, there they were. Her parents, her sister, her entire family, pretending it was theirs. Her name was Emily. We met when we were young, broke, but full of dreams. I ran a small IT consulting company. She worked in interior design, designing homes she couldn't afford. Yet, we fell in love fast. We built each other up. At least, I thought we did. When my business finally took off, I bought the land. 4 acres, just north of the city. The first big check I ever earned, I poured it into that land. The next 7 checks, all into the house. Every detail, every corner, every piece of that house was built with a future in mind, with our future. But success brought other things too. Her family. They started showing up more. At first it seemed harmless, her mother giving little suggestions about the layout, her father offering his golf buddy to handle the landscaping, for exposure. Her sister, treating our home like her personal spa. I let it slide. I thought, it's family. I thought, what harm can it do? I was wrong, and then came the comments. Small at first, but sharp. Always sharp. Must be nice to marry someone ambitious. You really lucked out, Em. He's smart, but not really our class, is he? They smiled while saying it, like it was a joke. But I heard them. Every word. I laughed it off. Like an idiot. I told myself, don't make a scene. It's not worth it. But deep down, I knew. And then came the night. The night everything broke. I was supposed to be on a business trip, but I came home early. Surprised visit. They were having a little gathering. At my house. They're rich friends. Old money types. The kind that look down on guys like me. I stayed in the garage. Hidden. Listening. Her mother said, "He's the tech guy who struck gold, but still acts like a handyman." Her father? "He's a placeholder, until Emily finds someone better." And Emily? She laughed. Not nervously, not awkwardly, just laughed. Like it was funny, like I was nothing. And in that moment, something inside me snapped. I didn't storm inside. I didn't yell. I didn't confront anyone. I walked away. Back to the airport. Booked a cheap motel room, lying there, under buzzing fluorescent lights, staring at the ceiling. And that's when I made my decision. Silence would be my weapon. Precision would be my revenge. No screaming, no fights, no drama. Just cold, careful, quiet. The first thing I did? I protected my assets. The house? It was always under my name, but I made it legally airtight. No loopholes, no joint ownership, no way in. I moved my money, set up private trusts, locked everything down tight. New attorney, new accountant, both sworn to strict confidentiality. I left no loose ends. No mistakes. And then, I waited. 2 months later, her sister announced her engagement. And of course, the big engagement party? At my house. Emily didn't ask, she just told me. Like it was already decided. Her mother booked the rentals. Her father handled the guest list. Her sister picked the decor. I smiled. I nodded. And I said, nothing. 2 weeks before the party, I moved out. Quiet. No drama. No fights. I took my clothes, my documents, my electronics. That's it. Everything else, packed and moved by professionals. Late at night, while they were busy planning their little event, the night before setup day, I made my final move. The locks changed. State-of-the-art digital deadbolts, controlled by me and only me. Every entrance covered by cameras. Every window secured. Motion sensors online. Real-time notifications straight to my phone. The house was now mine. Completely. And then, I waited. Saturday afternoon. Hot. The kind of heat that soaks your shirt before you even step outside. I parked across the street. Engine off. Shades on. Phone in hand. And I waited. The first car pulled up. Confused. Staring at the locked gate. Then the next car. And another. And another. The valet panicked. Nowhere to put all these expensive cars. They were blocking my entire driveway. Then the caterers arrived. They tried the door. Nothing. Locked. The sound system? Dead. The lights? Office. Nothing worked. Then I saw him, her father, stepping out of his luxury car. White blazer. Acting like he owned the place. Like some self-appointed king. His guests gathered around him. Confused. Whispering. My phone buzzed. Unauthorized access attempt. Doorbell triggered. Garage override failed. Every attempt blocked. Every plan they made falling apart. And I kept watching. Calm. Silent. Steady. The timing was perfect. The guests were restless. The caterers were packing up. People were whispering, looking around, getting uncomfortable. Her father kept trying to make excuses. Her mother was on the phone, yelling at someone. Her sister was nearly in tears. And that's when I sent it. The message. One group text. To Emily. To her parents. To her sister, Emily. As of 2 weeks ago, I have vacated the property. You and your family no longer respect this house. The house is no longer available for your events. Any further attempts to access the property will be treated as criminal trespassing. The handyman. I watched from my car. I saw Emily read the message. Her hand shook. Her father went pale. Her sister screamed something about me ruining everything. The guests, they started leaving, one by one. Quickly, embarrassed, like rats abandoning a ship they never owned. I didn't move. I didn't smile. I just watched. It was over, and I finally exhaled. That night, I slept better than I had in years. No fights, no tension, no cold shoulders, just silence. But Emily, she wasn't done. 17 missed calls, voicemails, nonstop. First, crying. Then begging. Then angry threats. Then back to crying again. You misunderstood. I panicked. It wasn't like that. My parents pushed me. This was never about you. But I stayed silent. Every message, unread. Every call, declined. For days, she kept trying. Calling my lawyer. Emailing me. Showing up at my office. Her tone changed each time. One moment, apologies. The next, accusations. But it was always noise. Just noise. The more she spoke, the more I realized how free I finally was. 2 weeks later, I agreed to meet her. Neutral place. Public. A small cafe. Plenty of people around. Just in case. My phone was recording. She walked in, looking smaller than I remembered. Fragile. Exhausted. Her eyes were red. She sat down quietly. I never wanted to hurt you, she said. I didn't know how to handle them. My parents, they pushed me. I just got caught up. I made mistakes. I stayed quiet. Let her speak. She leaned forward, her voice shaking. We can fix this. Start over. Just you and me. We can rebuild. I'll set boundaries with them. Please. I looked at her. Calm. Steady. You laughed, Emily. You laughed while they humiliated me. You never stopped them. Tears filled her eyes. I was scared, she whispered. I didn't mean it. We can still have our life. I paused, then leaned in slightly. Emily, I've already fixed everything. The problem was never the house. It was never the money. It wasn't even your family. I took a breath. The problem was you. And then I stood up and walked away. The house, I sold it. The money, secured, protected. The scars, they're fading. Some people build houses. Others, they just pretend to live in them. I built mine, brick by brick, dream by dream. And when the foundation cracked, I didn't rage. I didn't fight. I rebuilt. Without her. Without them. Walking away wasn't weakness. It was strength. Because sometimes, the hardest part isn't leaving. It's realizing you've already left long ago. And now, I sleep. In peace. In silence. The kind of silence that only comes after you finally let go.